everybody. I was thinking about starting to implement where I send little either weekly videos or bi-weekly videos for all of you guys to explain a little better common themes that I'm getting from a lot of you guys. So if there's a specific topic or a specific just discussion that I feel like I'm having with majority of you guys, then I feel like making these videos might be a little helpful. I know explaining things or reading things through a computer can be a little hard, so sometimes seeing my face and feeling my emotion that comes with it makes it a little easier to understand. So this week, or this first little video, is going to be about reverse diets. Eating more, fueling your body properly. So a good chunk of you, if not all of you, I think only 2 or 3 of you are even in caloric deficits. You're in a cut phase right now. The rest of you guys are reverse dieting. A good chunk of you, a lot of my new clients, so a lot of clients that came from Megan were also on reverse diets, but all the clients that signed up initially with me, and I've been working with you from the start, have been coming to me chronically under eating. And so with that, I'm gonna feed you more. Point blank simple. If you come to me eating 1,000 to 1,300 calories, first rule of thumb is gonna be getting you guys to eat more. And all of you have been panicking about that. I can totally understand it. I panic too. I've recently gone through this myself, but I'm here to tell you that it's gonna be okay. We are gonna feed you more. We are gonna get you guys fueled, and progress will come past that. So I wanna explain reverse diets a little bit and how chronically undereating is detrimental to your body. When we chronically undereat, say 1,000 to 1,300 calories, like majority of you came to me eating previously. First, I want you guys to think about why that wasn't working. You guys came to BIN, you guys came to me for a specific reason. You came to me because what you were doing previously was not working. So with that said, we need to make a change. It's just point blank simple. If you were eating 1,200 calories for months and you weren't losing weight, why do you think that wasn't working? Why do you think you weren't losing weight? Why do you think it plateaued? And now we have to take a different approach. Is it scary? Yes. Is it terrifying? Yes. Do you feel like you're gonna gain weight? You may. The scale may jump up. But at the end of the day, that's the change we have to do, because undereating was not doing you any good. So that's the harsh reality, but it's the reality for all of us, including myself. When we chronically undereat, when we yo-yo diet, when we starve ourselves for a week and then go ham on the weekends and binge eat and drink all the food, drink all the beer and just go crazy, and then we do the same thing, we're good through the week, eat 1,200 calories, we feel good, and then we're starving and we go completely overboard. That cycle of doing that is making it so much harder on our bodies to lose the weight eventually when we are actually consistent. So when we eat too little for too long, our metabolism's downshift. That's where you plateau. You eat 1,300 calories for months and months. At first, you're gonna see some weight loss, yes, because you're in a deficit. Then your weight's gonna stall out, and the only way to go from there, if you wanna continue losing weight, is to continue to cut your calories or to increase your energy expenditure, physical activity, steps, fidgeting. Like, you just have to increase your movement, and that is not sustainable. If you're at 1,300 calories, you're stalled out, drop down to 1,100 calories, your hormones start getting affected, your reproductive system gets affected negatively, your sleep, your energy, your mood, your brain function, your focus, everything is gonna start to down regulate. Your body's gonna stop working how it needs to work because it's in starvation mode. Starvation is it sounds a little intense, but your body, it thinks it's starving. And so it's gonna hang on to everything it possibly can on your body to save that fuel. Fat is fuel. Adipose tissue in your stomach, that is fuel. It's stored fuel in your body. So when your body feels starved, when it doesn't feel safe, it's gonna hold on to all that tummy fat. It's gonna hold on to, your extra fat around your butt. It's gonna hang on to it all so it doesn't starve and die. Ultimately, that's just the reality. So what do? We reverse diet. And so this is to prevent massive weight gain. And that's what happens when you yo-yo diet. When you diet for a week, binge eat, you gain weight because your body's like, oh shit, here's all the food that I want. Here's the food that I need. Now I'm gonna store it, hang on to it, you go up 5 pounds and then you find it hard to lose that 5 pounds because your body's going to hang on to it to help prevent further starvation. It knows you're going to go back into that negative cycle. And so it's like, I'm going to hang on to this, save it for later. We need this, right? We need it to feed your brain. We need it to feed your heart. We need it to feed your organs, everything. So we reverse diet. This is where consistency comes into play. This is where letting go of all that fear around food really needs to get done. And I know this is so much easier said than done. I've been working on it myself recently with a lot of my own health issues, but letting go of all that fear around good and bad foods, foods you can't have, foods you can have. Flexible dieting, myself, I'm always gonna preach 80-20. I want you guys, yes, we're always gonna focus on whole nutrient dense foods. We're always gonna focus on getting a well-balanced meal of proteins, carbs, and fats. We're always gonna focus on healthy fats versus bad fats, good oils, bad oils. And by bad oils, I mean oils that are genuinely not good for you, that nobody should consume. It's not like, I'm not saying good or bad, like cake is bad and vegetables are good. Yeah, is vegetables more nutrient dense and are they gonna give you positive outcomes? Yes. But is eating a piece of cake a week gonna make you gain 5 pounds and totally ruin all progress? No. Moderation in everything. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about and make it clear that you all, most of you are in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. Our bodies are way smarter than we give them credit for. You guys are going to begin eating more. Reverse diets are slow. It's slow over time. We do this to avoid any rapid weight gain. We slowly increase calories every 1 to 2 weeks. We focus on consistency. We focus on food quality. We focus on nutrient timing. And then over time, over a period of months, we will build up that caloric intake. So eventually, when you guys do want to enter a deficit, you guys do want to do a cut, if we worked your way up to 2,400 calories, we drop you down 15%, you're gonna be cutting on 2,000 plus calories. You get to eat more and then you'll see results. You'll lose weight, you'll lean out, you'll get those results you want by eating more food. For people that come to me eating 1,500 calories and then you wanna do a cut, we're gonna drop you down to 1,300, 1,200 calories. That's what we're gonna need to do in order to see weight loss. And then your health gets detrimented. You start affecting your body negatively, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do it. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the benefits of reverse diets. The scale may jump up. It may jump up a couple pounds. Some people see weight loss on reverse diets. Some people see weight gain. It's just everybody's different. Everybody's genetics are different. Everybody's stress levels are different. Sleep affects it. Bowel movements, gut health. So many things come into play that some people do lose weight. Okay. Some people do gain weight. Okay. At the end of the day, it's about your overall health. And if the scale jumps up, your body does reach a set point. It's called our body set point. It's where your body feels safe. It's where it feels healthy, no matter the caloric intake that you're taking in. So if, for example, a little background into myself, I realized I had some hormone issues. My body's not producing the hormones in the levels that it needs to. So a couple months ago, I was cutting out a lot of stress in my life. I quit a job. I stopped fitnessing. I was sleeping 8 to 12 hours instead of 4 hours a night. I started making all these drastic changes. And because I wasn't working out, I started fearing eating food. So I was eating 13 to 1,500 calories a day because I was eating intuitively. I wasn't hungry, I wasn't moving as much, so I was gonna, you think you eat less. No, I was eating intuitively when I needed to be eating intentionally. And I've touched on this with a couple of you guys as well. There's a difference between intuitive and intention. I wasn't eating enough to support my body, and since I'm trying to get my hormones back on track and get my metabolism back to where it was, I have to eat more to make my body feel safe, and I wasn't doing that. So with a little kick in the ass from my coach, it was changing my mindset to eating intentionally. So I said, okay, guess what I weighed, okay? I weighed 175 when I got the results back from my doctor. I was eating 1,300 to 1,500 calories for 3 weeks, still weighing 175. Then I ditched the scale for the past month. I was like, I can't look at this. I wasn't dropping weight. I was eating barely anything and I wasn't dropping weight, and I was so frustrated. It was getting in my head. I was getting angry every morning, getting on the scale, weighing the same thing. It didn't make sense. I ditched the scale, put it in the drawer, haven't weighed myself in a month, and I bumped my calories up. I started letting go of all my guilt around food, all my shame around food, letting myself eat. If I was hungry, I was eating. And guess what? I've been eating approximately 23 to 3,000 calories a day. Some days I'm just hungry all day. And by eating, I'm not saying I'm shoving my face with cookies and chocolate and cake, but I'm eating more voluminous meals. I'm eating tons of potatoes, tons of rice, things that are gonna give me those calories without filling me up too much. I'm eating paleo waffles, dairy-free yogurt in my oatmeal with some chocolate chips. I'm eating pancakes. I eat, oh no. Oh, sorry. I let it go. You know, if I want that gluten-free pizza, I'm gonna eat that gluten-free pizza. I'm not letting myself feel guilt. I'm not feeling shameful. I'm not stressing out about the meals I eat. And guess what? I doubled my food intake daily, still not working out. And I weighed myself again 2 days ago. Guess what? 175. I weigh the fucking same. I weigh exactly the same. And that's because my body's at its set point, except now I feel better. I have more energy. I'm happier. I'm more confident. I feel like my body is doing it's getting what it needs to get in order to do what I want it to do. And because of that, everything just feels better. So 1,300 calories, 3,000 calories, my body weighs the same. Why? Because it's at its set point. It feels safe now. I'm doing the correct things. I'm taking care of myself. I'm not letting myself feel guilt around certain foods or certain meals. And because of that, my body's giving me what I need it to give me. And so, yes, 175 still is like a heavier, it's where I've been sitting at, it's heavier for me. Yes, I do still, I find my little problem areas and I have my insecurities, but at the end of the day, I'm happier, I'm healthier, I'm taking steps in the right direction. And eventually, when my health gets back on track, my body's gonna be adapted to 27 to 3,000 calories. So guess what? In 9 months from now, when my health is good and I'm confident and I feel like my body can handle a caloric deficit, I'm gonna be cutting on 2,400 calories. I'm gonna lose weight and lean out on 2,400 calories. That's more than most of you are eating right now. That is amazing. Isn't that so cool to think about, that I can eventually lose weight on so many calories? It's a miracle. So, a little background into myself, a little insight for you guys. Reverse diets, I know they're scary and I know it's hard, but if we need to ditch the scale, we're gonna ditch the scale. If it's taking a toll on you, weight is just a number. It is affected by so many things. You're stressed out, scale's gonna jump up. You haven't pooped, scale's gonna jump up. You ate beef jerky yesterday and your sodium's a little high, scale's gonna jump up. You're dehydrated, scale's gonna be down and you're gonna think it's fat loss. It's not fat loss. You weigh yourself in some socks versus yesterday you didn't weigh yourself in socks. It's gonna play a role. It's so many things come into play when it comes to that number on the scale. And I know society has just ingrained in us that when we have to reach a certain weight to feel happiness, but when you think about when you get to that certain weight, are you really gonna be happy? You have this goal in your mind. Say you break 200 pounds. You wanna break 200 pounds. You feel like once you break 200 pounds, everything's gonna be good. But is it really? When you break 200 pounds, you may feel happy for a moment. You may feel good, proud of yourself, but then you're gonna have a new goal. You're gonna have a new low weight you wanna reach. It's never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop. One time I was at 140. I was at 140 pounds. That's a 35-pound difference from now. And guess what? I still thought I was fat. When I look back at those pictures now, I am skin and bones. I am not healthy. I was not happy at the time. I still looked in the mirror and would play with my stomach fat and talk negatively about myself. And I was 140 pounds. I'm 5'7". That's teensy for me. I was really, really lean. And now, I'm 175 pounds, 35 pounds up, and I'm much, much happier. Much, much happier because I've taken that focus away from the scale. I've taken all my fear around food. I can go out to eat, enjoy meals with friends and not panic. I can go out in society, be a normal human being, allow myself flexibility, eat that cookie if I want that cookie, and not make myself sick later because I feel so guilty about it. It's a process. It's not gonna happen overnight, but I need you guys to work with me and trust me and trust the process. And everybody always says trust the process. It sounds so cliche, but trust the process. These things aren't gonna happen overnight. They're not gonna happen in a week. They're not gonna happen in 4 weeks. It's gonna be months. It's gonna be months of working on consistency and habit changing and forming good habits, taking away bad habits, controlling all external factors in our life, controlling our home life, our work life, our stress, our sleep. It's a lifestyle change. It's figuring out how we're going to do this with your lifestyle and make it sustainable. You know, when you think about you gained this weight, you got to where you are now over years, you can't undo that in 30 days. You can't. And you can't undo that in a week, and you can't undo that in 2 weeks, and you can't undo anything if you're not applying what I'm telling you. Changes aren't gonna be made by themselves. You have to do it. You have to make those changes. You have to be consistent. You can't expect results for the work that you're not putting in. It's just how it is. It's how it is for me. I've gone through this battle many times with myself. I get mad that the results aren't there, but then I look back at the choices I made and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I'm not gonna lose weight when I'm overeating 5 out of 7 days, you know? So this is a way longer video than I wanted it to be. We're almost at 17 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it here. But if you guys have any feedback towards it, if you guys want more of these videos where I'm kind of talking to you in person about bigger topics, if you think it helped a little more than just typing through the computer, let me know just so I can keep it going. I just thought it would be a good way to get, you know, I get a little more passionate. You can see, you can feel, you can hear where I'm coming from, get a little more background into it. It helps me. So I thought maybe it would help you guys. So that's it. Way longer than I wanted it to be, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to talk to you guys all soon. Next time you check in, we'll talk about it. But yes, have a beautiful day.